It's only the biggest game of the year.
Still the best intro on all of YouTube, like
right?
hands down.
Everybody's in a good. Actually, it was us having a little musical intro that kind of spurred the What's on Joe Mind podcast that I sit on to be like, that's pretty cool. We should get some of that too. So,
do you guys have one? Is it like
we got
hardcore techno, or what'd you guys go with?
No, it's kind of Dick Dale. It's kind of Hawaii 5-0. It's got a little twang to it.
Great choice.
But as always, it's something that's unactionable. So you can use the music as much as you want and not worry about getting an email from your local ambulance chasing attorney. So that's good.
There you go.
But welcome to the Eternal Baseball Podcast. If you've been with us before, you know that he's Brent and I'm Mark, and we are almost done with the first season of Eternal Baseball. And this
could be it.
It all depends on how well we play tonight, because the Giants lead the Birmingham Knights 3-2. This is game 6 in Birmingham. Should be a good one. It's, Ray Brown for Birmingham against, it's Carl Hubble for San Francisco. So we're trying to force a game 7. We'll be playing as the home team and the underdog, at least in the series, the Birmingham Knights, and hoping to force a game 7. And if we do, it'll be tomorrow, and it'll be the rematch of game 4, I think, Christy Mathewson against Satchel Paige.
Ooh.
So, ooh. I mean, I don't have a rooting interest here, really. Although at the beginning of the season, I definitely wanted Birmingham to have a good season, right? Because I think it would tell a terrible story from how we handled the statistical transfer if the greatest players in the history of the Negro Leagues got the opportunity they always should have had to play against the rest of the best talent every day, and then they did poorly.
They won 25 games.
Right?
It's a little anticlimactic.
Ow, that hurt. So I was very happy that Birmingham did well and they ran away with their division. And I was also a little worried that if they just sledgehammered through the playoffs, it might raise some aspersions about how legitimate is the statistical transfer from Negro Leagues versus Major Leagues. But they had, I think they won the DS 4-2 over Oakland, and then they trailed the Yankees 3-1 and rallied to win the last 3 and rallied off Mariano Rivera in game 7. That doesn't happen a whole lot. So they definitely earned their way, but they didn't just, devastate their way into the playoffs the way they ran away with the American League South. And the Giants were the best team in the National League all year, so it's not a surprise that they're here. But they got pushed to 7 games by the Braves in their division series. So we've had some real competitive baseball, and we're looking forward to, I would say we're looking forward to the season wrapping up. But there's a lot of exciting things on tap, including our MVP discussion, which we'll have which we have already ready to go live as soon as the regular season is over. And our postseason is over, and then we've got our Cy Young arguments, Gold Lovers to announce, and then I happen to have this handy right here. Share the screen with the audio on. So the rosters are going to expand for every club, and we've got. So I'm building these for every team essentially, because we have 40-man rosters with 25-man active rosters, but that's going to expand to 26 men. And every team is going to add a position player to their regular everyday roster. And so it's essentially, here's the question, and we're going to put this up on social media and get it out to the appropriate pages.
Ron Say. The answer is Ron Say.
I use the Penguin, right? And every team's different, right? It depends on where they're thick, where they're thin, who can help, who's got, a couple positions maybe they could play. And for most teams, I try to do the best outfield candidate, the best infield candidate, and likely for most teams, it's just their third catcher. But some teams, that third catcher is a massive drop from the top 2. So for the Dodgers, I think third was Paul LaDuca, Arizona State, by the way. But it kind of came down to Caro Sayer Kemp, and this is a really good argument because you get into, on every team, you can argue about who's the greatest Red Sox or who's the greatest Tiger. But here you're talking about position player wise, right? This is really like who's the 15th best Dodger? Well, and again, this is based on their 3 best consecutive seasons. And I tried to put it up there. And if people look it up, if you want to take a run at the champ, if you want a shot at the title, go to Baseball Reference and check it out. These are all live, fresh, pulled numbers to make sure I've got them just right. So we'll have these going up, and we want the fan feedback. A lot of our rosters changed at least a little bit based on fan feedback early on when we started opening day in the first week. So you'll be seeing this popping up. Probably, I think this stuff will go live a few teams a day, probably next week, because it's the last week of the regular MLB season. So I don't want to step all over Facebook groups with, what about this? How about this? Next week, when most of the teams are eliminated, I bet Mets fans would love to talk about something Met next week, right? Like,
there you go.
Yeah, we'll pick our spot.
The healing salve.
Yeah, and that's really, we're very excited about the second season of Eternal Baseball, which will fire up sometime after MLB's World Series ends, because we'll be around when there is no live baseball.
Revenge of the Royals.
That's right, coming back.
Season 2.
Yeah, or Hal McRae's sharpening his spikes right now. He's putting on his shoulder pads. He's ready for season 2. And there's always, I think all baseball fans are worried about the potential for a work stoppage this off season. And if that comes to pass, it won't be an eternal baseball, that's for sure. So we're looking forward to season 2 coming soon. And again, at the end of the regular season, we'll be looking at the numbers from MLB from 2021, so we can see which players actually need to get this season folded into their best 3 consecutive seasons, and which rookies are going to get added teams. Guys like Wander Franco will absolutely make the Rays, because the Rays are not that good an eternal baseball team, and we want every team to be as competitive as possible. So we got all sorts of stuff coming up. So, and I think, okay, I have the Game 5 roster or box score up, so we can see who's actually getting it done right now. But for now, we are looking at right here, San Francisco and Birmingham, Game 6.
A lot of pressure. A lot of pressure.
No worries, right? Okay, so we set both for human because we're going to set both lineups to make sure they're as powerful as possible. So it's Carl Hubble today. And I always got to do it last for Birmingham, because every time 4 of their position players pitch as well. So if I start with the pitcher, every time I sub in Cristobal Toriente or Martin Dihigo or one of those guys, it makes them the pitcher instead. Like, oh, that guy's a pitcher. Well, yes, but not tonight. So I'll move this to the other screen, but I'll keep an eye on it, because we're looking, I want to see, how the guys are doing right now. So for Hubble's a lefty, so we'll look at OPS versus left-handers on the season. And again, Pete Hill is hitting 750 against left-handers, but that's not 90 for 120, right? I'm pretty sure that's 3 for 4, maybe 6 for 8.
It could be if you gave him a shot, man.
Yeah, right. The one guy, and this is where we'll have to see what we want to do with it. Mule Suttles was a fantastic player. Was a fantastic player, and he had a great year for Birmingham, but he has been ice cold in the playoffs. He's hitting 109, and we're now, for them, 18 games in. So he pinch hit last game, and struck out. So I think Mule has earned his spot on the bench right now. And the guy who's not over his head, the guy who's been incredible, is Oscar Charleston. Is hitting 329 in the playoffs. So he's in there a little bit higher than you might expect. And Bullet Rogan is another guy who has been incredible. He's hitting 346. So that just based on what they're doing right now, that gives us a couple near the top that are pretty incredible. And then Monty Irvin is at 264. Judy Johnson is at 303, and he's a fantastic third baseman. So he makes it in. Josh Gibson has had a tough year, well, a tough postseason, hitting only 154. But he's their catcher, and he's the greatest player in Negro League history. So he's gonna play, but he's not gonna hit maybe where you'd expect him to be. Where it gets a little, and the Knights team is fun to play with because they got guys who play a bunch of positions, not to mention pitcher. And this is an American League game, so we get a designated hitter as well. Buck Leonard is usually their first baseman, and he's a 10. He's incredible. So it looks like maybe Gibson will hit 7th, and Louis Santop, who's the backup catcher, but one of the best lefty hitters. And then Dihigo is the second baseman. And see how I made Bullet Rogan the pitcher, even though that's not what we want? It's Ray Brown. Okay. So moving over.
Right. I guess not.
Say again?
There's a question mark on the right fielder, but.
Oh, yeah. Who's playing right? What can I do? Oh, it's got Ray Brown batting third, which is not what we wanted. Thank you for the grab. So who did it drop out? Oh, Rogan. So Rogan is the right fielder, and then Ray Brown is the pitcher. Thank you, Brent. That might have been ugly.
My pleasure.
Ray Brown probably hit 280 though. So
would have hit for the cycle. I just totally blew it.
Right? You blew it. All right. So over here for the Giants, Bill Terry has been moved up to leadoff because he's been a double machine. And we should be looking at OPS versus right-handers. Ray Brown had a really good year for them. He's their third starter, but he's been incredible.
I think Bonds and Mays are due for a day off. But...
Yeah, right. Well, Bonds has been hitting. Let's see here. Bonds hit 5th. So we mixed up our lefties because Mel Ott has been very good. But we play him at 3rd. So the question here is with Willie Mays. Mays is only hitting 246, but with a couple of homers and some RBIs. Do you hit Mays 2nd or do you hit Mays 4th?
I think you probably hit him 2nd.
Get Mays up
there.
Sort of
the Trout.
Yeah. I mean, Judge hit 2nd for the Yankees quite a bit. It's kind of it's the new 3, I think. So who else we have here? Cepeda has been playing. Or who's hitting really well? I'm looking at him. Wow, not much. Cepeda's at 282. He's not bad. And has been playing right field most of the time. Posey has been well, not awful, but 222. So Posey has actually ended up down here. We do get a DH, which is unusual, obviously, for a National League club. And we get Travis Jackson in the 9 hole, because that's where he is. And we need a second baseman. That's Jeff Kent. As a righty, he'll probably go right behind Bonds. And now we have our pick. And this is all you, Roto. So, with the ranked by OPS, Freddie Lindstrom has the best overall numbers. But, I mean, it's Freddie Lindstrom, right? If you had your call, wouldn't you rather have Kevin Mitchell, Willie McCovey, or Will Clark as your DH?
I would say so, but I don't know much about Freddie Lindstrom.
I think that's the point, right?
And so, well, I probably do. I mean, McCovey, maybe.
I mean, it is a right-hander on the mound, so if it's between Mitchell and McCovey, their numbers are about the same against right-handers. So if you're going by lefty-righty, I think you'd want to lean McCovey.
Let's do McCovey.
Yeah. All right. So here we go. McCovey. And he hasn't played much, so I'm sure he's chomping at the bit. So there we go. Looks like we're ready for baseball.
Welcome to Rick
Right,
Wilson
here we go.
Series Game 6
I
between
I
San
love that there's
Francisco
such a
and
good picture of
Birmingham.
this park in Birmingham.
San Francisco
It's
leads
great.
3 games to 2. Carl Hubble takes the mound for San Francisco. He'll be opposed by Ray Brown for Birmingham. Birmingham catcher Josh Gibson is riding a 13-game hitting streak. It's 58 degrees, wind speed 9 miles per hour, right to left. Pitching for Birmingham, Ray Brown. Leading off for San Francisco, first baseman, Bill Terry.
So that 13-game hitting streak for Josh Gibson, that's in the regular season. So he's been riding that for about 3 weeks now. So don't get too excited.
Play ball.
All right, so now we go up to the options, the preferences.
We'll have to keep track of that into season 2.
Yeah, it's funny because I don't think any of that will carry over, but we'll see. So San Francisco is now computer owned. So we've got Monty Irvin, who starred with the Giants, was one of the few guys who actually transitioned over once integration happened, because integration happened slowly, right? Like it was available, but teams didn't jump right on it. Not diehard, but Monty Irvin was a fantastic player. So he's beloved in San Fran, just not this week, apparently. Oscar Charleston, Bullet Rogan, Jimmy Johnson, Willie Wells, who's a beast. We've seen him do some damage. I think it's Martin DeHigo, Buck Leonard, Ray Brown, Josh Gibson, 18-year-old Josh Gibson in that photo. So, it's a prom photo. Pretty good look. So here's Bill Terry. Give me a ride.
Center fielder, Willie Mays.
It's good to know that Coca-Cola relieves fatigue. Here's Willie Mays, who's been terrifying us all year.
Relieves fatigue.
Kind of cool, though, that they've got Coke in left field and Pepsi in right. I didn't even notice that.
There you go.
And it
Budweiser and right and
says
right on the line.
5 cents for a Pepsi Cola.
Whew.
So that gives you an idea of the vintage nature of the photography.
Whoa.
Well, I figured.
Third baseman, Mel.
Maybe we should have hit him fourth.
Hit him second, huh, Ro? Well, actually, you did. You were dead on right there. So fine. Now, Mr. Ott gets to the wall.
Right fielder, number 30, Orlando Cepeda.
So I guess we got. I mean, we probably don't have to do it right away, but we'll have to hit the bullpen early.
Yeah, one more hit, because this is an elimination game, right? So one more hit or walk, and we're getting that pen going.
Get King Kelly up.
Right? All right, so here
Left
we are.
fielder,
Trouble
Barry
already.
Bonds.
Oh man.
Yeah, no worries, right? So Page is tomorrow. I mean, everybody's available, right? But Page is tomorrow if they can hold them off. So it's probably Dave Brown if we need a long guy. Take him a little while to get warmed up. So Barry Lamar from ASU.
I think I've ever seen Bonds hit a ball in that direction like that.
Right. I must have ricocheted off him or something.
Off his arm piece.
Off his plate.
Oh, here we go.
Got him.
Second baseman, Jeff Kent.
Kent not doing so well. Hopefully this will we'll get out of it right here.
Man, if he gets a knock here.
Get it, Oscar. Nice.
Pitching for
All
San
right.
Francisco,
All right.
Carl Hubble. Leading off for Birmingham, shortstop, Willie Wells.
Willie Wells is a beast. If you don't know anything about him, 37 homers, 32 steals in the regular season. Great defense. He's probably the best Negro Leagues player I didn't know anything about before we started researching it. Look at that Barry Bonds with the earring and the.
So he's basically he's probably like on a negative 25%, negative 30%.
Yeah, has to
on
be.
his swing.
Has to be.
So they had a monster year with Bonds having probably his lowest possible output.
Because this is based off the Hulk smash Barry Bonds years, right? So, and some of the guys are just like that. Mickey Mantle had a terrible year by Mickey Mantle standards. Ted Williams hit 280, right? Like, and everybody's numbers are depressed in both directions, right? The pitchers aren't quite as good as you expect. The hitters aren't quite as good as you expect because they're both against the greatest competition ever in their peak, at their peak. But Willie Mays, I mean, I don't remember a single other outfielder who's a double 10. 10 for fielding, 10 for arms. So
And you don't even blink though when you see
Yeah.
it, right? It's
yeah,
like,
like, yeah,
oh, that's plausible. That makes
seems
sense.
right. Seems about right. Bill Terry, Jeff Kent, Travis Jackson. No, so Hubble. I suppose Hubble looks like he could have kicked some ass, right? Like he's got a boxer's nose. So rush the mound, on your own time. So here we go, Willie Wells.
Center
Getting it
fielder,
done.
Oscar Charleston.
44. Disappointing.
Let's see. Yeah, 44. Not quite. Now 36.
Right fielder, Bullet Rogan.
Come on, Bullet Rogan. Maybe. No. Send Wells. So it's a decent fly ball to the left, and we can get second base on Barry Bonds 87% of the time.
Man, I think you do it, don't you?
Yeah, I mean, if that was Steele 87%, wouldn't you send him?
Yeah, and it's Barry Bonds.
All right, here we go. Send Wells the second. Go get him, Willie. Oh!
No.
McCovey.
I don't regret that decision though.
No, but you know, Bonds is out there going, "That's right, baby." Run on El Cañon. Man. All right.
That's a bad omen.
Yeah, it's not a bad beat, but it is a bad omen. So
It was a terrible base running decision, but
it's just a money throw from I'm going to say he was in there, but overslid the bag.
That's the only plausible explanation.
Yeah. And you see that a lot nowadays, right? Where the second base, they're not sweeping the tag anymore, right? They're just holding that glove on him, waiting for him to get a finger off the base.
Yeah.
All right, Willie McCovey. Dave Brown is Rob actually figured it out here. It's a good call.
There you go.
All right, Willie McCovey. Not gonna get out.
Get there. All right, I'm sorry. I'm rooting for the wrong team.
Number 20.
Yeah, wait a minute.
Posey.
Posey's had a rough year, or a rough postseason. The season was fine.
Shortstop, Travis Jackson.
Yeah, all field, no hit, Travis Jackson. Oh, he took a person.
Third baseman, Judy Johnson.
Yep. Come on, Judy.
Left fielder, Monty Urban.
Do we need to sit?
Oh, yeah. Oh, look at this. He's going three.
First baseman, Buck.
You're right. I'm burning daylight here with Dave Brown.
I just get really nervous when I see the 3 exclamation points.
Right? Well, I like the warning that, he's actually eating into his pitch count at this point. All right, Buck Leonard. Now, he's a 5 bunter.
I don't think we can. We already got a little bit crazy there.
Yeah, I guess we already got bit once. So all right, fine.
Give him 2 shots to get him in.
99% chance to score if we send it.
Is that 90 or 29?
No, 99.
Oh, I think he sent him.
He would have to fall down to not be safe. So send him home, yes.
All right, here we go.
We're all tied up. Brand new ball game.
Josh Gibson.
Come on, Josh Gibson.
First baseman.
Bonds didn't even move, but that doesn't mean he's always going to make the catch.
I know. I don't know if we can trust him, if he's a reliable fielder as far as.
He was probably still replaying that throw in his head, right? He's texting Sid Bream right now.
You could just picture him doing something like, blowing it, like,
Yeah.
or something.
Spit in the glove on his finger. Or
There you
something.
go.
Yeah. All right, Bill Terry, the double machine. All right, so far so good.
Center fielder, Willie Mays.
He's the only guy, like in all of Eternal Baseball, that when they say his name, I go, oh God.
Yeah.
I just know it's going to be end up bad for us. Go, Monty. All right.
Third baseman, Mel Ott.
All right.
Here we go.
Designated hitter, Louis Santop.
This guy's such a nice guy.
It just looks like.
He loves holidays and
Oh
Bonds is
man,
a great play.
what is
Look
going
out.
on? What is going? We're in some bizarro universe right now.
Right? Barry Bonds wants that title. Always money in the playoffs. That Barry Bonds. All right, did he go? That's got a chance. Nope.
Not with
Shortstop.
Willie
Don't hit
Bonds
the
out.
Bonds,
Not
man.
with Willie Bonds out there.
Willie Wells. Don't hit it there, man. Oh, he drops it.
All right.
Center
All
field.
right. At least we're in the right universe at this
Charleston.
point. Well, so what
Yeah.
was the actual description?
Bonds lunges. Bonds rushing in. He catches it for the out. No, he bobbles it and drops it. Bonds looks pretty unsteady out there. Wells is safe at second. All right. Oscar. Nope. That's
Right
fine.
fielder,
Still tied
Orlando Cepeda.
for the Baby Bowl.
Pitchers have
Left
found their
fielder.
groove.
Barry Bonds.
Here he is. Everyone's favorite. That's fine. If Bonds
Second
singles,
baseman,
I'm okay with
Jeff.
that.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes.
Oh, and there we go. Oh, wow, he got a good enough jump. They had to go to first.
Designated hitter, Willie McCovey.
All right, so McCovey is up. He hasn't played enough to have a track record on him, really. But Posey is next. Posey's been cold, and then the pitcher.
Or then Jackson.
Oh, sorry, then Jackson. Forget it. I was going to consider pitching around him maybe, but with two guys behind him before Hubble, there's not much wisdom there. So, all right, fine. Willie McCovey.
You really roped that one.
Right? An 8 hopper.
Right fielder,
First.
Bullet Rogan.
Bullet Rogan.
Let's go, Bullet Rogan.
Come on, Bullet.
There we go.
Yeah,
No.
wrong guy, Bullet.
Yeah.
Third baseman, Judy Johnson.
Judy Johnson.
There
All
we
right.
go. All right. He looked fast. No, he's not fast.
Not terribly. Monty Irvin. Oh, dude.
No,
No, it's
Willie.
Willie.
Dude, that guy is just.
Should know better. All right, 74% chance you can take second on Willie Mays and his 10 arm.
I just don't. I don't think you do it, but I mean, strategically, maybe.
I think
If you're
if we
feeling
hadn't got thrown out by Barry Bonds on what was that, 85% or something? So
Be a good
Agreed?
highlight. Be a good highlight.
No, I'm not running on Mays.
All right.
Anybody else maybe? Like I'd run on Bonds again. I'm not running on Mays.
First baseman, Buck Leonard.
Come on, Buck. Snap throw. Oh,
To get him? No.
nope. But he's up to 57% there, Roto.
Woo.
But we said no on a 74%
Yeah.
because it was Mays, not Posey throwing.
Maybe Leonard will hit a dinger.
That's what I think. Nope.
Maybe not.
He
Catcher,
tested Carl
Buster
Hubble and failed.
Posey.
Posey.
Shortstop, Travis Jackson.
Hopefully, here I go sticking the foot in the mouth. Should be an easy inning, right? We got 7, 8, 9.
Or 8-9-1, right?
No, 7, 8, 9.
First
We get
baseman,
Hubble. Oh, that's right. I was
Bill
thinking about Hubble.
Terry.
I keep
Yeah.
thinking the pitchers are going to hit because it's the Giants. So, Bill Terry's cooling off.
Center fielder, Willie.
Ah.
All right, so we don't have to pitch to him at all. We can pitch around him.
Let's pitch around him, though. I have a bad feeling the Ott's going to come through, but let's pitch around him.
Ott has been hot, more like Mel Hot.
Boom, there you go. I like it.
Berman, somewhere out there, Berman's like, stop stealing my stuff, Wes. But yeah, I'm all about pitching around Willie Mays.
The season desist from Chris
Yeah.
Berman.
If Rogan dives, he has a 35% chance to catch this ball, which would end the inning.
I think you got to do it, right? Because he's going to score regardless.
Sometimes when you dive, it just means you trap the ball and it's a single. Sometimes it means under your glove and trouble.
I think with 2 outs, man, right? You
yeah,
got to try it.
I think with 2, you got to give it a shot.
All right.
Let's go, Bullet. It did not happen.
Third baseman, Mel.
So they take and it was Willie. We were even trying to pitch to him, and he hurt us. Fine. Mela.
Uh-oh.
He go
Right
kicks it,
fielder,
No, but he kept it in front of him.
but he kept Mays from scoring.
It's under his glove, but okay. Well, all right. I think we're going to get out of it.
Hope so. No, we're not.
All right, I guess we got to get.
Got to
Left
get that
fielder.
pen going.
Barry Bonds.
Man.
It's late. Yeah, it's late enough. We can get into the pen. That's only the 5th. Probably need a reliever or a starter again. So Dave Brown, welcome back.
So do we pitch around him with 2 outs? Take a chance.
Kent's
Low in the bases.
been terrible.
I think you do that.
So put him on or pitch around.
I think you pitch around. Don't you think? What do you think?
I think it bit us last time, but I like the strategy. So
I mean, if you're feeling Kent's.
I think Kent's an out waiting to happen.
All right. Well, then you walk him.
All right, I'm all over that. See you, Barry.
Second baseman,
And I'd
Jeff
just rather lose
Kent.
to Kent than Bonds if it comes to that, right?
Yeah, agreed. Don't walk.
Ah,
Oh no, Kent.
designated hitter.
It's falling apart, Weber.
it is. Let's visit that mound. Buy ourselves a little time. Ray Brown is strong, but Dave Brown not quite ready yet. So Willie McCovey, wild pitch,
No,
pass the ball. At least
but he didn't score. Okay. Yeah, as Rob said, in an elimination game, it gets laid awful early.
That's right. Dave Brown's still not ready. So it's 3-0 to McCovey with
Can you
Posey
visit
and
them?
Jackson behind it.
I guess he already visited the mound, huh?
Yeah, I can't visit the mound again. So it's really, what do we want to do with McCovey on 3-0? Pitch around, put him on. I mean, that hasn't worked for us yet.
Yeah, I'm not too scared of McCovey right now. Maybe just normally pitch to him.
All right, let's see what Willie's got for us. He's got nothing.
Catcher, Josh Gibson.
Oh, good. Dave Brown's ready. Thanks, Dave. Man. All right. Well, Josh Gibson, come on, man.
Gibson. We need you.
Yeah, that's not getting it done, Josh Gibson.
Designated hitter, Louis Santop.
All right, Lewis. Man, Carl Hubble is not giving us anything to work with, really.
I'm going to assume he threw it. I didn't actually see the graphic.
Diego.
Yeah. All right.
Diego is a pinch hit candidate, but probably next time. Because there's still a decent amount of baseball left here. Oh, he heard me.
Whoa.
Yeah.
Catcher, Buster, Posey.
All right, Dave Brown is ready. He's a lefty. Posey actually hits lefties better, so let's see how Ray goes here.
Okay.
But when we get to the top of that order, Terry and Ott hitting 1 and 3, that's probably Dave Brown time. Right at him.
Shortstop, Travis, Jackson.
Yeah, Jackson hits lefties at 344 versus righties at 324. So Ray Brown gets another. Get it, Oscar.
Wow, look at that. That was Willie Mays-esque.
Right?
Hill, Terry.
Willie's like, I'm not impressed. And Bonds is like, I would have caught it. And he's like, no, you wouldn't have. No, you wouldn't.
Do you give him one more batter? Or do you,
I mean, this is pick your poison, right? Bill Terry hits lefties at a 366 clip, but righties at a 400 clip. So, but there are 2 outs, and he's not much of a power threat.
Your call, man. Your call.
All right, I'll give it to him, but just to see what happens with Mays next.
Nice play.
Right. There we go.
Shortstop.
All right, we need to sit him down again or
Yes.
put him in?
Either put him in or sit him down. Let's see. How many? Hang on. How many pitches? I don't think the pitch count's up there.
No, it's only about 75 or 71, 75.
I know there's a way to check it, but I got to find out where. 65, I think. Or that's what he threw last time. Sorry.
Yeah, it was 71 before the last batter, so
Okay.
he's
So he's still got plenty.
decent stead, yeah.
So, you know what? Let's sit him down because we actually have a dynamite left-handed reliever, John Donaldson. So if we actually have to go lefty, we would go with a better pitcher.
Okay.
There's 3 good relievers. Donaldson, the lefty, Smokey Joe Williams, the setup guy, he's a righty, and Jose Mendez is the closer, he's a righty. So we have a better lefty option if we need it. So, Willie Wells. Man, we just got nothing going.
Center fielder, Oscar, Charleston.
Hubble isn't even tired, man.
Yeah, he's like, whatever. 56 pitches. I'm going to warm Donaldson, the lefty, for next inning if we need him for Ott and Bonds. Oscar Charleston hits to Willie Mays. That's a good idea. Oh, wait a minute. Injured.
No. What?
Right fielder.
Read it to me, man. I can't see it.
It's at the track, at the fence. Mays hits the wall, and he puts it away. Wow. Charleston is out. Mays was hurt on the play, and he'll have to leave the game.
Oh, man.
So Freddie Lindstrom takes over in center field with a 5 and a 4 rather than a 10 and a 10. So I hate to say a break, but something.
Of course, he made the catch though, right? Like,
of course, he made the catch, right? Knocked himself cold, ball and glove. Bullet Rogan.
Wow.
That'd be something. Duh.
Center fielder, Freddie Lindstrom.
Oh, and Mays was due up next. So we saved ourselves a Willie Mays at that. That's good. Again, best wishes to Willie Mays on the speedy recovery. But for today's purpose, don't mind
possibly
having
tomorrow.
Him, don't mind having him out of the lineup. So Freddie kills lefties. So Ray Brown gets some more rope. No, and he boots it.
Dude, how fast is Lindstrom?
Okay.
He was down there in a hurry. I guess he really wanted this opportunity, right?
All right, what do you think?
Not much of a base stealer, though. Ott's a good bunter, but I don't see Mel Ott bunting when he's hitting 338.
New pitcher, or do we give?
Oh, let's see. I mean, I don't know, because he booted it. It was a grounder back to pitcher, so he's not struggling, and he's got 65 pitches left. But the bullpen is very good. Yeah, it's odd to pay the bonds. So John Donaldson is amazing. So
let's do it. Let's get him in.
All right.
Pitching for Birmingham, number 55, John Donaldson.
Here we go.
Yeah, Rob's like, make the change, dude.
Yeah, but yeah, it's easy for Rob to say because every time we go to the pen, Mariano Rivera gives up 4 in the 7th or in the 9th. All right, Mel Ott, who's weaker against lefties. So, oh man, get it? Oh, it's off the wall. Throw home, out chance 8%.
Oh gosh.
Sometimes it'll let you cut the throw midway through.
We can't give up too many. Yeah. I mean, don't you think it?
Yeah, Bullet Rogan, you're a pitcher. You got a good arm. Let's see it.
Right fielder, Orlando.
It's getting away from
us. Man, we did so well in game 1 too.
Right?
Right fielder.
I blame Carl Hubble. All right. Well, Donaldson
Second
got
baseman,
bombs.
Jeff Kent.
Might be 2. It is.
Oh, you got him. All right.
Still hurt, but
Judy
okay.
Johnson.
Do. Wait for it. It's like Judy Johnson is the only guy with walk-up music. All right, Mr. Johnson.
Left fielder, Monty Irvin.
I don't even remember our 3 hits. Like any one of them, I don't particularly remember them. It's been that bad.
Yeah.
Oh, I remember our 4th though.
There we go.
It's Monty Irvin.
Buck Leonard.
Rob has a Carl Hubble factoid.
I don't know if that's true, but I'll take your words for it. The Irizarry, Indiana roots run deep. All right, so let's just take a look here at what we've got against lefty Carl Hubble on our bench, just so we're aware. I'm not buying Pete Hill. Mule Suttles is a beast who's had a rotten postseason.
I think you saved Mule for...
Yeah, if we get close enough where a home run would tie it up, then we might roll the dice on Mule Suttles. But other than that...
Hard to take Gibson out of the...
Yeah. Well, yeah. It's Leonard right now, so I was thinking about Leonard maybe. And stolen base-wise, nothing special on our bench. So pinch running... not really necessary or helpful right now. So Buck Leonard, that's going through. Yep. You send Irvin to third, safe chance 79%. He's running on Lindstrom, not Mays, but we're down 5 runs. We got to be careful with our outs, right?
I think so. Yeah, it doesn't really make a whole lot of sense. He's in scoring position as is. So.
Yeah, and if we're going to rally, if the story of this game is our rally, him taking third is not going to make a difference, right?
Right. I mean, it's not like the other guy's going to make second, so.
Yeah. All right, so send him, no.
Catcher, Josh Gibson.
If ever there was a time for Josh Gibson to hit like Josh Gibson,
this is
right
it.
Now. And it looks like this is not 2. But...
Designated hitter, Louis Santop.
Wait, he went to second?
Yeah, he went to second, but there was no relay. It says throws to Jackson for 1. Leonard slides hard at second. There will be no throw to first. So he broke it up nice. So Lewis, barrel of monkeys, Santop.
Get mad, Lewis.
Fun at parties, right? Man. Oh boy, he's
Designated
really
hitter,
frowning now.
Willie.
Donaldson has a ton of pitches, so he's still okay. Ooh. But just
Catcher,
in case,
Buster, Posey.
next up would be Smokey Joe Williams. McCovey's not going anywhere. Posey off the wall. Throw home. Out chance 11%. Well, we've got to try to keep it, right?
Yeah, yeah.
Not even.
Shortstop,
They are running away
Jackson.
with it.
There are times where we play, and I just, I was like, okay, we didn't do that great, but I don't feel like we've totally laid an egg tonight. I feel like our decisions have been, maybe not run on Bonds, but that just seemed like a no-brainer.
Yeah, I mean that's the only one where we got bit, and I think it was like 84% chance safe on Bonds.
Bonds, yeah.
Yeah, I'm not second guessing anything, but man, Travis Jackson. I guess if I visit, Jackson murders lefties, but if I mound trip it. All right, Williams is ready.
Let's do it.
Come on in, Smokey Joe.
Pitching for Birmingham, Smokey
Ooh.
Joe Williams.
He doesn't look like he writes limericks, right? I don't think he's got a lot of knock-knock jokes.
He's he and Lewis are.
They probably
So
both
dope.
sit at the end of the bench and hate people from there, right? They're best friends. They hate everybody else. Smokey Joe. Oh, dude. All right. Posey
First
takes
baseman.
third,
What?
Fury.
showing off those wheels. They're wagon wheels. But
Here's Rob's last comment. It's pretty apt.
yeah, exactly right. The fans love us, but the sim actually doesn't care for either of us. It's pretty clear.
Hates Italians.
Except DiMaggio, who had a great year. But,
I think the computer thinks that DiMaggio is Portuguese, so it's,
right? He's from San Francisco, right? How's he Italian? Bill Terry.
Ugh.
Sack fly, though.
Center fielder.
Hey, the bases are finally
Lindstrom.
empty.
I mean that's just insulting that Posey tagged up twice to score.
Yep. Yeah, that one hurt. Remember that time Posey broke his leg in half? And he's still taking extra bases on us. Well, at least the good news I have is this could be Willie Mays up right now. So, hello, Freddie Lindstrom.
Oh man,
Right?
that sounded good.
It
Actually,
sounded good.
Hickman. Martin. Diego.
All right, Martine, you're
Oh,
not
man.
going to hit. So,
we need to get our rally caps on.
versus lefties. Well, hold on. Let me see it.
There you go. If
Right?
this works.
Funny, I got to go at an angle, but there's also a frightening look at me in about 5 years. But okay. So,
We got to pull this off just so you can get those sunglasses out with your rally cap.
right? So is it Pete 3 for 4 Hill or is it Mule Suttles?
Let's get Mule in the game.
All right.
Pinch hitting for Birmingham, Mule, Suttles.
Come
All right, Mule. Look at that.
Okay, all right.
Shortstop, Willie, well.
What's the
All right.
percentage?
Mule Suttles is really slow. And the backup second baseman, the guy who's going to come in for him, is Newt Allen, who, let's see here, batters. I guess he only stole 4 bases, but I know he's faster than Mule. So do we want to make that sub right now to get a little more speed on the bases? Or if we're down this many runs, any possible comeback might see Mule come up again.
I think you leave him in just because it's Mule.
Mule Suttles. Okay.
We just need a home run here. Come on, Willie.
Willie, we need some help. Well, it's a start. We're not sending Mule to third on a 56% chance.
Is it Barry Bonds though?
It's Barry Bonds, right? I'm not going to let Bonds throw out two guys on the base.
That would be so
Not
disappointing.
down 7.
Center
All right,
field,
who's up?
Oscar.
Oscar
Charleston.
Charleston. It's top of the order, right? These are the right guys up.
We got a chance.
Poor Willie Wells is over here at 74%, literally stuck behind a mule. So, it's through. 72% chance for Mule to score on Barry Bonds' arm.
I don't think you
But we're
do
down.
it.
We're down 7, right?
Yeah,
All right.
that's.
No.
I mean, that's probably.
Right
You know,
fielder.
maybe Newt scores there, but
Barry Bonds is out there going, "You're goddamn right." Not running on me. I'm keeping this hat, by the way.
it's working well.
Don't drop the hat, Led. Bullet Rogan. That's true.
Oh my goodness. They got it. They have to get Hubble out, man.
Johnson.
Look at
Hubble's
Rob's got a
still
good
got-
comment.
Hubble's still got 30 pitches to him. Right. All right. Judy Johnson, who's a fantastic bunter, by the way, but that's not what we need right now. That's true.
Dude, what is happening right now? Magic.
Fielder, Monty. Urban.
Killing Carl Hubble. Monty Irvin. It's down. Bonson gets that. 37% chance if we send Judy Johnson. That's a no.
Dude, there are no outs. This may happen, man.
Right. It's the hat, man.
Pitching for San Francisco.
Oh.
Gary. Lavelle.
Gary Lavelle, I didn't know
First
much
baseman,
about. He was a fantastic
Buck
reliever in the late 70s, left-hander. But he had a rotten season in Eternal Baseball. So we're still, our lineup was built for lefties. So
Dude, we're gonna get Mule up again soon here.
we made the right call. Buck Leonard,
If we pull this off,
right? No. Oh, he throws a third.
Oh.
He got the lead runner.
Catcher.
But
Josh
Josh,
Gibson.
Josh Gibson
Here we
could
go.
tie this up
Here we go.
just by being Josh Gibson. Ah!
That's all right. We got one more.
Santop.
All right, Lewis.
Come on, Lewis.
Let's turn that frown upside down. Lewis Santop. Ah!
That's all right, but we're in the game now.
Odd.
We're in the
We
game.
are back in.
And Mule's leading off, so
Smokey Joe Williams is fantastic.
I guess we need a
But-
second baseman, huh?
Yeah, I'm going to start warming up Mendez, who's their best reliever,
Okay.
just in case. And yeah, we got to get dust off Newt Allen. Oh, man.
For who? Santop?
For Suttles.
No,
Well,
let's put him in for Santop, huh?
Santop is the DH.
And then can we, or we can't put Mule at DH? How does that work?
I don't think you can change Suttles to DH. Let's see. You may not change the DH lineup location.
Oh, okay. That's hugely disappointing.
So we could put, yeah, you know what we could do?
Does anybody else play second?
Not real. Well, maybe. No, I don't think so. I don't think Torianti does. But let me check OPS against lefties. Pete Hill. So we got 3 for 4 Pete Hill. So if we wanted to, we could put.
It'd be nice not to lead off Newt Allen instead of Mule, who
Yeah. You know what? We can play Newt Allen for half an inning and pinch hit for him and play somebody out of position if we manage to tie it up.
who are you gonna pinch hit for him for them?
We could play Allen for Suttles here at second base for this inning on defense. And then next inning, we could pinch hit 3 for 4 Pete Hill. Toriante's not better against lefties, so he wouldn't make any sense.
So second base is the only position where they just don't have the multiple positional
Yeah,
eligibility.
here's how you can check it. If you go depth chart, second baseman, only show me second baseman. They've only got Dihigo who's out and Allen. Now you could
Shoot.
still play a guy like Torriente's a third baseman. He could play second, but he'd be like a 3, right?
Gotcha.
So
Okay.
it doesn't mean they can't play him there, but it'll hurt.
Okay.
But if we tie it up and have to play Torriente at second base, I'm still a pretty damn happy guy, right?
Yeah. Yeah.
So for now, it's Newt Allen for Nielsen. All right, here we go, Melot. Smokey
Right
Joe's
fielder,
not fooling
Orlando.
around.
Cepeda.
Canicorn.
Perry.
Oh, look who's up. All right.
Second baseman.
Whew. All right.
So are we sticking with Newt or do we want to give 3 for 4 Pete Hill his shot?
I'm gonna leave this one to you, man. Does Newt have some at bats in the series? I mean, or in the playoffs?
He's barely played. He's a late inning filling guy, basically. When he gets pinch hit, when someone pinch hits for Dihigo, Allen replaces him defensively. So
Gotcha. So
he's not. I mean, if you look at the numbers here, OPS against lefties, he's like 11th, 641 OPS. It's nothing special.
So yeah.
So Pete Hill.
All right.
Give it a shot.
Pinch hitting for Birmingham. Pete Hill.
There you go, Pete. Here's your 15 minutes of glory right now. Woo, Pete Hill!
Wow.
Shortstop. Willie Wells.
I'd love to send him, but I don't think
75%.
I don't think we can.
Yeah, we can't do that. All right, so but Willie Wells is an incredible player. As we
Come on,
keep
Willie.
saying. Not quite.
Center fielder. Oscar Charleston.
Oscar. Wait a minute. Pete Hill
Right
is
fielder.
on third.
Bullet.
He took the base, huh?
He took 2 bases.
What happened there?
It must have been a bad throw to
Okay.
second. Whoa, Mike! Almost lost my rally cap. I missed it. I shot right by it. But Hill's on third. Again, 8-5. But 2 outs. Bullet Rogan
Come on,
to
Bullet.
save the season for the Knights. That's not going to get it there. Oh, it's over his head.
Wow. What's this?
Third baseman.
That
So
was a
it's
psych out.
I thought that was a pop out to Lindstrom. He came in on that.
So what is the? Can you read it to me?
Yeah, Rogan drives it to deep right center field, way back there. It's off the wall. Hill scores. Rogan rounds second. Rogan into third with a standing triple.
Wow.
So it's 8-6 with Judy Johnson up.
Willie Mays
That's the-
makes that play. We were
Yeah,
very fortunate.
absolutely, right?
We were very fortunate. Rob says, look at Rob's coming. There we go.
Right? It's about time. Judy Johnson with the
All
chance to tie it up for the Knights in the bottom of the 9th.
Woo.
And he
Ah.
doesn't do it.
Oh, dang it. We were so close.
Put the dumb hat on, right? Well, again, we're disappointed that we lost.
The final
but
score from Rickwood Field. San Francisco 8. Birmingham 6. Carl Hubble picks up the win. Ray Brown is the loser. Gary Lavelle gets the save. Willie Mays hit home run number 4 on the season. Time of the game, 2 hours, 48 minutes.
And we were headed for trouble because Smokey Joe Williams had the dreaded double negative on the stuff. So he was going to get lit the longer we stayed with him. But
But he sure didn't.
he didn't. And Mays was only injured for today. So he would have been back for game 7. Had it gone 7. But just like that, we've wrapped it up. Congratulations to the San Francisco Giants, the very first eternal champions in eternal baseball. So
Very
I don't
cool.
want to say it was chalk, but it was the two best teams in each league by far, the Giants and the Knights, in a good fight, 6-game series. But the Giants walk away with the title. So congratulations to you Giant fans out there. You get some bragging rights and on this, and as your team is headed into the MLB playoffs. So lots of good stuff, good baseball going on for San Francisco. What that means for us, we'll have the season wrap-ups for the Giants and the Knights out tomorrow. And then following that, like we talked about before the show started, we've got our MVP discussion, we've got our Cy Young discussion, we've got our Gold Gloves to give out. And then next week, we'll start putting it out there for the fan bases on which one player from their inactive roster do they want on their active roster for season 2. And then a little break for Mr. Rotundi and Mr. Weber, because it's been a lot of fun, but it has been a lot of work too. So we're going to get a little break. We're going to enjoy the MLB playoffs, and then we'll be back after the World Series to get you all set for season 2 of Eternal Baseball. So as always, you can always find us at eternalbaseball.com. You can find us on Facebook, find us on Twitter, find us on Instagram. We still have a lot going on in the next couple of weeks. And then we'll see you all back for season 2 when the Giants will defend their championship against everybody coming up next year. But I'm really looking forward to having Eternal Baseball going on when there is no live baseball from Major League, from MLB, because we all know how long that off season can go. So we will be your baseball fix coming up right after the World Series.
It's been fun.
We had a good year. Willie Mays kept injuring us until we injured him. The rally cap worked. It just ran out of juice.
We should have done it 2 innings earlier.
Right? I was late. Usually I'm late to the pen. I was late to the cap this time. But that's basically it for this season of Eternal Baseball. We want to thank everybody for being around. We especially want to thank the Irizaris for keeping the chat rolling.
Love it. Yeah. Thanks, guys.
And we've appreciated all the feedback from the fans. So thanks so much. Stay tuned, and we'll be wrapping up the season online, and we will see you in a little bit with season 2 of Eternal Baseball.
Thanks, everybody. Have a great one.